Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we will again do a particular analysis using CMAX. We will do a discrete threshold regression. However, we will today form the conditional correlation on the basis of asymmetric response. That is, we will form the conditional correlation on the basis of a Tarch model. Okay, we will keep the Tarch order to be 1. So let's go to file, let's go to import from file, we go to yes. So here it is. So here we have it. So okay, let us form the conditional correlation. Open as system. Okay. Sensex is 1, SMCG is 2. Now we go to estimate. We go to arch, diagonal vec. Just the difference is touch. We used to keep it as 0 before. Now we will keep touch to be 1. We put the error distribution to be multivariate students T. Remember to make that change. Tar's value should be 1 and rest is okay. Now go to give it time. It is running the iterations. Hmm. Okay. We actually don't need this. We just need the CCUR. So we go to make conditional covariance. We go to correlation. We write CCOR in a Tarch form. Okay. And we save it. So actually we will compare it to how the CCOR was in a model that is not touch. So let's keep it 0 here. And this is the normal CCOR we do. This is not the asymmetric CCOR. So yes. So here it is. Now we go to proc. We go to make conditional covariance, correlation. And this is just CCOR. Okay, so we have CCOR touch and we have CCOR. So let us open them and we will make the cycles out of this. And for making the cycle, we need to open as group and then we will open them as graph. Okay, so 1 minute. Let me just directly open them as graph. As group. Okay. Let me just do it once again. So we open them as a group and then we go to view, then we go to graph. So we open both of them in a graph. Okay. And let's see how it is. Then let's go to distribution. Then let's go to empirical survivor. So we have both of them here. Actually, for the CCOR, so in 80% cases it will be more than 0.5, right? However, in the case of this, in 80% cases it will be more than around 0.6. So CCOR touch actually gives us a better kind of a response. It gives us a kind of a response where we can understand, we can understand what are the effects of good shocks and bad shocks. So if we remember the model, the Tarch model actually accounts for asymmetry and you can see that here. So let me create the cycle first. We go to proc, we go to frequency filter, Cristiano Fitzgerald asymmetric cycle. Okay, so let's call it CCOR cycle. Okay, let's just save it. Now let's open CCOR touch and then now open the filter. This is the CCOR touch sample. So here it is. Now let me open both of them together. Okay, so here it is. So, oh, one second. It will not be CCOR touch sample. It will be CCOR cycle and CCOR touch. Okay. So actually, we are now going to open both of the cycles together. So we will open the CCOR cycle as well as the CCOR touch cycle. So I will just recreate the cycle of CCOR touch once again. So I go to proc. I will create the cycle from here. I CCOR touch cycle. Once again. Okay. So this is the CCOR touch cycle. Now I will open both of the cycle together. So please see, I open the CCOR cycle as well as the CCOR touch cycle. Just these two. So I open them. I open them as a group and then I select both of them. Okay. And I open them as a graph. So both of them will together come out as a graph. So a line and symbol graph. So here it is. So as you can see that there is a slight lag in the formation. So the red is the CCOR TART cycle and the blue is the CCOR cycle. So like you can see in those in a few cases, like in the year 2016 2020, in a few period in 2018, the CCOR correlation, conditional correlation was more when we calculated it without the touch. However, in rest of the cases the conditional correlation was was mostly equal to the conditional correlation done on the basis of a touch model. Okay. uh, Also, let me just compare the empirical survivor functions once again. See if I have it. Let me just, I will just see the empirical survival functions of both the cases once again. So I open CCUR cycle. I just open the conditional correlation and the conditional correlation of the TARCH model, open as group, and I will just compare the empirical survival function. I just did it before and I'll just do it once again for better understanding. So yeah, so as you can see in both the cases, the conditional correlation is positive in 100% cases. However, the most probable range in in the case of just conditional correlation without touch, in the case of that, it is from 0.45, I would say, to 0.55. However, in the case of conditional correlation on the basis of a touch model, it was around 0.49 to 0.59. So the difference is very, very small. However, it is significant. So that is how you do your analysis on the basis of a CCOR touch model. So let me now just copy the CCOR touch data onto Excel and we will compare it with the discrete TAR model that we had done in the case of just CCOR without the asymmetric response. Sorry. Okay. Now let me go back to eViews, and let me put it in this sheet. I will copy and paste this sheet, this portion on another sheet. So I'll just repeat. Make sure you have these data. You have the date, the Sensex return, the FMCG return, the CMAX, the conditional correlation, and the conditional correlation on the basis of TARCH model. So actually here the conditional correlation on the basis of TARCH has data from 2006 onwards. So I'll have to do it from 22nd January 2007. So I'll just do it fast. 22nd June 2007. That is the 367th day of the series. From here onwards. So here we have it. Now let me just take it to Excel so that we can run the discrete threshold auto regression model. We have the series here. Now let us go to quick and I will run the regression. So the regression will be the same like we had done. However, the CCOR will be the CCOR touch now. Okay, then C, sense return, and then I'll just put a lag. This is the model, and then we are doing a threshold regression, and our threshold is Cmax. Now let me just copy this data onto Excel, and that there we will make our analysis. Let me copy this box once again. I will make some changes. I will just remove the underlines. Okay. Um, Sorry, why did I copy it here? I should have copied it to this sheet since I was working here. Okay. Now let us make our analysis. So Cmax is less than a particular value. So here we have actually multiple thresholds on the basis of Cmax. Let us not consider the moderate ones. Let us just consider the high stress and the low stress. So this is high stress and this is low stress. So while we were doing the conditional correlations empirical survival function, there we saw that the conditional correlation was positive throughout. So we can make our conclusion that the conditional correlation is positive throughout, and then we can continue with our analysis on the basis of that. So as you can see, in periods of high stress, the coefficient, that is the beta coefficient, is negative. It means that in the periods of high stress, when the market is pessimistic, my positive conditional correlation is falling, right? So that is a good indicator. So now I will underline the part. So here it is. And in the case of low stress market, that is when the market is doing good, my conditional correlation is positive. I already know that. And my conditional correlation is rising. So that is a good indicator. So this is what will be our conclusion. So from here onwards, like in the previous video, we can do our sorting on the basis of these particular criteria of Cmax. And on the basis of that, we can find the empirical survival function of the low stress period and the high stress period also. That is, the low stress period will be the period where the Cmax is below this value, and the high stress period will be the period when the Cmax is more than or equal to this value. So you can use that and make the empirical survival function of the two separate periods in the same way like I had shown in the previous video. We had done the sorting on the basis of Cmax, and then on the basis of that we had made the empirical survival function of the CCOR of the two, on the two period. So you can do the same case here. It is just the same thing. Just there in the previous video we were working with CCOR. Here we are working with CCOR on the basis of a Tarch kind of a model. So that is the only difference. So you can do that. So with this, I would end today's video. Thank you so much for watching.